you're gonna figure out very quickly whether you like the way that person shows love. And if they've told you how they show love and you can't receive or feel or accept love that way, then they're just not the right person for you.
So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Shetty.
It means the world to me that you showed up. Thank you so much for being here for the Dating Reset. Thank you. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. But I'm sure many of you have questions. I'm sure many of you, I know, submitted questions as well. And so the team kind of gathered the submitted questions they could hear repeatedly. And so I'm going to invite Lauren now, who's actually going to read out some names of different people who've got questions. And she's going to bring a mic over to you, and so you can ask your question. So I don't know who's it going to go to. And over to you, Lauren. Give Lauren a round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm looking for Livy List. Livy, are you here? Hi. Okay.
I love that. I'm so enthusiastic.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Livy. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good.
My question for you is, regarding love, what do you wish you could tell yourself in your 20s?
I'm still in my 20s. I would say you're not behind. You're not slow. You're not late. Don't try to rush connection. It's not something that moves fast. Love's more like a marathon, not a sprint. And if I'm trying to run to get it right now, I may settle for something less than I deserve. It's not just about what people tell me, it's about what they show me consistently, not just once or twice. And I'd say to myself to be patient, because the best will definitely be saved for last. That every experience, every moment, every interaction I've been through was preparing me for the person that I was meant to be with. And that I shouldn't see it as wasted time, lost effort, or wasted energy. It was all part of the preparation. So I hope that helps.
It was amazing. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for your question. Thanks so much.
All right, Jeremy Ward. I'm looking for Michelle Cedrina Pledger.
Michelle, I feel like we spent a lot of time together today.
Yes, you're on my vision board, so God is just manifesting. My vision board is me
best.
being interviewed on your podcast. We'll start with the dating thing first. So, Shetty, I would like to know, how would you distinguish accepting someone for who they are, which you talk about in podcast books, from settling for mediocrity?
To me, this makes me think about standards. I think you know if your standards are too high if you don't give someone a second chance because they didn't make a good first impression. I think you know that your standards are too high if you're trying to fear settling, but then actually it makes you fear connection. I think your standards are too high if your standards are not setting the bar, but they're building walls. And I think a lot of us, our standards are too high if it's making us look down on others. Your standards are not meant to make you tower over others. They're meant to ground you in what's really important to you. And so when you're deciding on whether you're settling for mediocrity or whether you're accepting someone for who they are, I think you know if you're settling when you've asked that person how they show love. And if they've told you how they show love and you can't receive or feel or accept love that way, then they're just not the right person for you. So ask them, how do you show love? And if what they say, you feel it, you experience it, you believe it, then it doesn't matter. They may show it in a different way than what you expected. But if you don't feel it, you don't believe it, it doesn't connect and resonate with you, then it doesn't really matter whether you're settling or whether you're meeting expectations. They're just not the right person. So I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah, and I look forward to you coming on my podcast one day.
All right, Alinka Casipos.
Jay, my question for you is, what's one thing people often overlook but should absolutely ask early in dating?
Oh, yeah. So one of them is definitely, how do you show love? What I was just saying to Michelle is one of the most important questions, because you're going to figure out very quickly whether you like the way that person shows love, whether you notice it. I've met so many people who are like, I love her. I don't get why she doesn't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, how does she not know I love her? I always show up. I always turn up. I'm always there when she needs me. But then that person never asked you how you show love. And you never asked them. And so that person's loving you in a way that you don't see it, or you're loving them in a way they don't feel it. And so how do you show love is one of my favorite questions. And the second question is, what do you need when you're sad? Because usually when someone's sad or having a bad day or having a rough time, we go into fix-it mode. And we do all these things. We'll mold ourselves, we'll cancel plans, we'll change our schedule. And we're like, look, I showed up for you. And that person's like, I just needed a hug. I just needed space. And I think we don't know what people need when they're sad, and so we give them what we think they need. And that either pushes them away or makes us feel resentment because we molded ourselves and changed ourselves. And so figuring out very early on, what do you need when you're sad? Don't make me guess. I don't want to guess. And I don't want you to guess. I want to tell you as well. I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to hope that you over-deliver and over-promise and over-give. I'm not going to play that game with you. Just tell me. Just tell me how to be with you when you're sad and you're having a rough day, because we're going to have many of those. It took me a long time to learn that with my wife. I probably didn't ask that question. I probably never asked that question. I probably waited to figure it out. And I'm definitely the fix-it kind of person and wanting to solve every problem. And she's just like, I need space. I don't want to talk to you for 2 days, right? Like whatever it is. It's just such an interesting thing that as soon as you figure that out, it just solves so many issues.
Thank you, that's really helpful.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're gonna find E.L. Booker.
My question for you is, how do you find or build a deeper connection within a dating culture that is so filled with instant gratification?
Mate, where are you from?
London.
Yeah, where?
London. I grew up out by Watford.
Oh yeah, that's where my wife's from.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then St. John's Wood.
When did you move out here?
5 years ago. Yeah.
Nice. I moved out here 7 years ago.
Nice. Yeah. It's a nice change.
That's awesome, man. I've always believed that people are deeper than we think, better than we think, kinder than we believe, and have more to offer than meets the eyes. I genuinely believe that, because I've been really fortunate in my life to get to know people, clients, people that I guide, coach on a really deep level. And no matter how funny, amazing, incredible they are on the surface, there's a depth beneath everyone. When we were planning this event, I was really intrigued and curious as to, in a city that gets so much judgment for being shallow, and a city that gets so much judgment for being surface level, I was like, where are we gonna go? And I think you and me can both agree, as London boys, there's connection here in this room right now. There's people who've been vulnerable and had meaningful conversations already, shared stuff that I found to be extremely profound. And the reason I'm naming all those things is because I think what you're doing is, it's whether you put that energy out. When I came to LA, I remember I lived in New York before I came to LA, and when I moved here, everyone always said to me, they were like, why are you going there? It's like, you're not gonna fit in there, like it's not gonna be great. And I can honestly say, I've been able to attract some incredible friends here, amazing people that are born and raised here, that are from in and around the area. And the truth is, because I think I'm very clear about who I am. To me, I'm not trying to be something else. And what happens is you allow someone to reflect that back to you. But I think when we make ourselves smaller, when we make ourselves less than, when we make ourselves come down to another level, then naturally that's all anyone can meet. And so I think I want this event to make people feel confident. I'm gonna go out there and be the best version of myself, be the deepest version, be the funniest version too. Let me be who I am, and let me find the person who matches me, right? I don't need to lower myself, I don't need to shrink myself, and I don't need to belittle myself. And so I want people to walk out there in the world and have confidence that you're gonna meet that person, and that the person you are doesn't have to be molded, skewed, and faked to find the real thing. How can you be half yourself and find someone complete? It's not possible. And so this event tonight has given me so much confidence of that, and that's because of everyone sitting right here. So, I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Let's catch up afterwards.
Sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Last one, where is Janet?
Hi, Jay. I'm a big fan. Just want to say that first.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
My question for you is, how do you know when you've healed from heartbreak and are ready to move on to dating again?
I was talking to a friend at the end of last year, and he went through a really tough breakup, a divorce a few years ago. He has children with this person as well. And he said to me that for the last 2-3 years, all he's tried to do is get over his wife. He's been trying everything possible, everything under the sun to get over his wife, his ex-wife, and to move on. And he said to me, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Just kept thinking about the good times, kept thinking about all my mistakes, kept thinking about everything that went wrong, kept thinking about what I could have done, should have done, might have done, would have done, kept thinking about all the things that I wish I never said, the things I should have said, the things I wish I didn't do, the things I wish I did do. It just kept going round and round. And he said, the moment that I accepted that I may never get over her was the moment I was free. It almost doesn't make sense, but it does. He said, the moment I stopped obsessing over getting over her, I was free. Because now I wasn't holding on to it so tightly when actually what I'm trying to do is let it go. And so there's a famous piece of wisdom that says, what we resist persists. Anything that we're trying to avoid, we almost attract it. We bring it back into our lives. And so instead of this constant feeling of like, I need to just let go, I need to leave it behind, I need to move on, just move. Just walk forward, take that step, find a connection. And what you find is that the mind naturally dissolves old memories when we make new ones. The mind forgets the old path we used to walk when you chose a new path to walk, right? If you had one way that you went to work, the first couple of days, if you tried a new route, it was a bit weird for the brain. But now that you've been taking that new route for 10 years, you forgot about the old one, it just went away. So most of the time, I think a lot of what we're trying to let go of, it's gonna dissolve on its own accord, in its own time, at its own pace, and we shouldn't wait for that to be over to move forward, because you could be waiting forever and waiting for a long time. And you don't leave something behind by waiting for it.
Very profound, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Jenny. You've been patient, you've been kind, you've been so absolutely wonderful. I really, just looking into all of your eyes and faces as I've been standing here, I feel so grateful that I got to spend this evening with you. I can't tell you how excited I was about tonight, but how much better it was than my expectation because of all of you. So thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.